Hello, everybody. It's Gwen Castile with CraftyLadyDesigns.com. It's a Tuesday. We are making a banner today, and now this is my sample banner that I made to show everybody. I'm not using any of this paper or any of these embellishments. Carol and Barry sent me all the supplies virtually that we're going to use today. Uh, so we'll get started here in a minute. I want to go through the paper. We are using a new toy, a new tool, which is, let me see here. Uh, it is we are Memory Keepers. It is the Banner Punch Board. The Banner Punch Board. Now it has three different types of banners. I just put that up that you can get. And I've gone through and fiddled with it all week. Carol sent it to me the other day. I absolutely love it. I love it. I made a greeting card. Oh, I'll hop up and get that. I posted a greeting card that I made. But there's three types of banners. There's the pennant, which we're going to make today. There's the flag type, and then there is the crest. And I'm going to hop up real quick if I can get out of here. Oh, I made a little greeting card. I mean, now I am not as brilliant as these other people taking these punch boards and making everything, which they are. I'm just waiting for this. Here's the little greeting card that I made. Uh, and it's just a little card. Opens up. Now, I had to use two pieces of paper, kind of put them together. And then it stands up as well. Isn't it cute? Well, you can't see it. How about that? Well, here it is. Isn't it cute? It's just a little card. Be a cute graduation card, whatever. So there's other things, obviously. And then as time goes on, are people out there that are absolutely brilliant and it's not the company, it's the general crafters like you and me. I mean, that's who it is coming up with these different ideas. So it even cuts chipboard. Oh, it does. Well, I haven't tried that yet. I did back. It does. I did back this with lightweight chipboard. I'm not going to today, but because the paper today is heavier. This was some I had in my stash, and I did cut, but I cut the banners, the blue and the red banners. I cut them out with the punch board. Then I drew the blue one. I drew it out on this lightweight chipboard that they have at the store that you can cut with scissors, but I cut it with my paper cutter, and then I backed them, which I would recommend, quite frankly. You don't have to. It depends on, the weight of your paper. This paper was not too heavy, but the paper I'm using today is a little heavier. But I'm not going to do that today. Then I took eyelets, grommets, whatever, and I had to hand. Now there is a punch on the back for your holes. You slip it in there and punch it, which is great. I'm not going to use that today simply because I'm making two layers. I'm making the 8.5, and then I'm making a 7.5. So I have a layer, and I'm doing that today as well. So I just took my Crop-A-Dile and hand punched the hi bunny, hi honey. Uh, uh, Punched in the holes to make them sturdy. There again, I may do that today. We're going to have, this doesn't take very long. I didn't over embellish, and I'm not going to today. I want to show you what Carol sent me. She sent ribbon. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, it's gorgeous. Ribbon. And then red seam binding. And this paper is unbelievable. She sent me two different kinds of papers. Now, next week we are going to do a uh, mini album, and we're going to use this paper, Authentique. I love Authentique paper. I just love it. And we're going to use this. Carol sent this. I'll go through it real quick here because we've got time. Look at the stripe. Oh, look at the newsprint. Oh, looky. Am I too close? Newsprint. Oh, look at that. Oh, we're going to do a mini. We're going to do a not. Oh, look at that. Just a beautiful paper. Just beautiful paper. So I'm going to use this next week to do a mini, and it also, she sent me a sticker sheet. I don't know. I've gone through it, but not if there's a cut apart sheet. Let me see real quick. It's beautiful, beautiful paper. And the paper we're using today is just, yeah, here's a little cut of out sheet. We could use this gal as a focal point. Look at that. Is that gorgeous? Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Oh, it's just beautiful. Oh, here's another little sticker sheet that you can embellish and put on chipboard like we do. Let's see. Then she sent me the 6x6 pad that correlates with it. Now today we are using authentic. I have always liked authentic paper. She also sent the small 6x6 pad. It's the same thing. It's just a smaller scale. This is great for cards, greeting cards, whatever you want to do. You can make a small banner with this as well, with that 6x6. You got a while. I'll go through this when we cut these out. But here's the paper. Looky. And the red, white, and blue is perfect. Here is a sticker sheet that either came with her, she provided. And here's a cut apart sheet that we're going to use today. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided. I'm just, oh, look at the stars. Beautiful. Beautiful. Red, white, and blue. Red. This is an antique-y looking red, white, and blue, older. It's beautiful. I love it. I love that. Of course, it's another sticker sheet and whatever. This would also make a great album. So this is what we're using today, and I've chosen my papers to cut out. Are there any questions? I gotta have a drink of tea. You okay, Jenny? Any questions, anybody? Do I need to move out a little bit, or am I okay? I've chosen my papers. I'm going to put away my sample. I'm going to go hang it back up, and I look at it and refer to it. I'm going to go hang it back up real quick. I've got it. My workstation is right in the middle of my room, and on the back side, I'm facing. Excuse me. I'm facing my cabinets, and I've got built-ins. And I hook these with, I've got the rings. I'll show you how I do that, just like we did the other one. But we have newbies, I'm sure. And I've got them with rubber bands, and then I just hang it across my cabinets, and I can look at it. I'm going to put that on my fireplace like I do my others. Okay, I've chosen my papers. This is going to be my background. And this is going to be my foreground. Look at this. And I was laying it out. I've cut one set. The blue one is going to be cut at 8.5. And the striped one is cut at 7.5. And I'm going to layer them like so we can have a border. And it also makes it a little sturdier. Now, you can then take the blue and lay it on this lightweight chipboard. And they have that at the store. And oh, okay, Carol, I will. Yeah, I will. Well, I only cut these two out for my own practice, but I'm going to cut all these out, show you how it works or how I think it works. And I did review some things online. So you got to keep in mind your directions. You've got to keep in mind, you can use 8.5 by 11. I'm using 12 by 12. For example, I can get 3 of the 7.5s out of one 12 by 12. I can get 2 like so and 1 like so. Now you can use 8.5 by 11. It depends on. I'm using the biggest one is 8.5. The biggest one is the blue one is 8.5. And then you could drop it to 7. I've kept these samples out, for example. And see, here's your little punch where you punch in your, but because I'm layering this, I have to go in. So there's one that's 8, and I'm going to go out. I'm going to take this out just a wee bit and see if that helps. Okay, this is the 8.5. This is the 8. This is the 7.5. And this is the 7. Now you can go all the way down to 2. I mean, you make a little bitty better. But I'm thinking about what we're doing today. But you do it all the same way. And I'll go through and show you the other cuts as well. There's one, I like them all. There's the pennant. What'd I say? I got it written down. There's the pennant. I love it. I just love it. There's the pennant, the flag, and the crest. Well, I just like them all. I don't know. And I made the card out of the crest. This is the crest going up like that. That's the crest. That's what I made the card out of. And you do it just, so I'll get some scrap paper and we'll go through that. Okay, let's cut out lightweight chipboard. I didn't know that, Carol. Like I said, the board cut chipboard, even the thick stuff. Now, I would think it'd dull the blade, but I'm glad it does. That's great. Well, I might try to cut out because this chipboard I used on my sample was the lightweight. Okay, so I've already cut out one. Now, the blue is the largest one. And I'm not cutting down my paper simply because I'm trying to get as many out of my paper. Well, now the blue is the largest one. You can only get 2. I think. Let's see. Yeah, you can only get 2 out of the 8.5. See, here's the one I took out of here, like so, and then I'm going to turn it around and take it out of here. And this is 6 inches. Well, it's a little over, so I'm not cutting it in half. Now, if you had your oh my God, I can't think. 8.5 by 11, of course you would. Now, see this, it comes up. These magnets are fantastic. So it unfolds like so. Here's your magnets. See your magnets along here. Here is your cutting blade. There is the blade, and there is the little stopper thing that you stick in the groove to run your blade, and it stores in there. This is your little punch where you put your, I need some scrap paper. Just a minute. I need some scrap paper. Let me get some scrappy dappy dappy here. I don't want good paper. I want some scrappy paper. So when you cut out your pennant, then you slide this in the side like so and push down, and that cuts your hole, and then you turn it over and do the same thing on the other side. Now to cut, I don't know if I can do this with this or not. I don't know. Right now I'm piddling to show you kind of what to do. There's measurements. Oh, it's hard. This is 8.5, 8, 7.5, 7, 6.5, 6. This is, if you want one that's 8.5 by 1 inch, then you put your paper in to line up with that. Here's a 6 inch, 5.5, all the way down. I mean, let's see. I did one the other day where 4. Okay, this isn't quite, I would have cut that, almost 4 inches wide. Now I've got a hole out of it. Now let me go down. Okay, let me go down. This is almost 4 inches wide, so I'm going to make this little banner. No, I'm not. I can't. I got a hole cut in this. Let me get another piece of paper. Now, I don't want that paper. That's too heavy for just what we're going to do here. Just give me a minute. I'm going to get some scrap paper just to show you. And then we'll start cutting for our project. This is just typewriter paper, which is it's what I use for those samples. So, for example, hi Ella, how are you? Hi June. Okay, so if you're going to cut an 8.5, a full size max, you're going to put this paper in at the top. There's a line here that says 8.5. You're going to put it in at 8.5. Kind of center it on each side. Now I put my finger back in there to hold it down, but that magnet is nice and strong. Okay, then this, as I say, has your cut. Now this is sharp, very sharp, like your blades on your cutting your paper cutter. So just be careful. And then here's your little stopper, and you fit that stopper down. There's a groove. Here's a groove. Right here is a groove. And you're going to put the stopper in there, and the blade's going to line up here, and you're going to run it all the way to the end. So you put this in the little hole all the way at the top. This is all the way to the top. And then you're going to press down, and you're going to bring it all the way down till it stops. Then you're going to pull it out, you're going to turn it around, and you're going to put this in the little groove. There's a little hole. Not a hole, there's a groove, and it's rounded. And you're going to press it down and bring it all the way down. Pull it out. See, that's what I say, it needs a pull. And there's your banner. Now, that's the largest size of the pennant. You can go all the way down to 1 inch point. And it's got 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, all the way up to 8.5. So this is 8.5 across. And, well, it's 8.5 across. And it's 9.25 tall. It's 9 inches tall. So that's what we're going to do and cut out the blue. Now, oh, and when you get it cut out, you should put this back. You go in here, hold it like this, go in there and line that up. It's maybe hard to do with this lightweight paper. Punch your hole. Turn it over, put it in, and punch your hole. Did I do it right? Yeah, I did it right. So there's your holes. They're a little close to the edge, but that's flimsy paper. I might have gotten it caught. Are there any questions? What? Wake a Bella? Okay. So I am going. Is there any questions about this? Because it's all today. Now, when I get done with this, I wanted to go back. Okay, let's real quick. I'm going to cut this in half. This paper in half. I want to show you. I wanted to show you all three types. So that was the pennant. Now, to do the V, like I did the card, you're going to lift it up, and you're going to put this in all the way to the top. No, you're not. You're going to put it at 8.5. I'm sorry. I think. Wait a minute. What am I doing? That's right. Put it in all the way at the top. Oh, kind of center it. Now you do the same thing with your little deal, but you're going to put this on the top up here. There's a track here. There's a track here and here. Put that down. in your track. What's wrong here? I have it in my track. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I've got the wrong way. Practice. And bring it all the way down, just like we did. The blade goes on the outside. Put this in the track. The blade goes on the outside of this track and bring it down. What am I doing? This paper is not the best. Okay, you bring it down both sides just like we did, and there is your end. Now this is what is left over for the other one, but to cut the other one, you slip your paper through like so and put it on a measurement. It has to be at least 7.5 to get down. You put it in like so. Make sure it's lined up the way you want it. And then you do the same thing. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I didn't get it all. Okay. And there's your other cut. So you put it in from the back. Okay. Oh, I hope we don't have trouble. I just had something pop up here. Okay. I say we add some water. Okay. I'm going to get started. I am going to get started. So I have one blue and I need 5. One on each end, like I do to decorate and whatever, and then USA, I need 3 for the center. So I already have one set cut out. Now, this paper is directional, so I have to put this in. Oh boy, and I can't. Great. You're not going to see it. But you do need to keep that in mind. You're not going to see it because it's going to be covered up with the other one. I'm going to put this at 8.5. And make sure when you put your paper in there at 8.5, it's directional. You've got to do this different. I could have moved. See, it's just not wide enough. You're not going to see it because you'll be covered up. Put this in at 8.5, but make sure that you've got paper over this cut line, wherever it is. You put it down here. Make sure that your paper overlaps that cut line on both sides, okay? Because I'm going to have to flip the stripe paper around to get 3. I can get 3 out of one piece of paper on the 7.5. So line it up, and then I apologize. This is not the right direction, but I thought I could lay that. I couldn't move it over anymore. Hold down your top. I put my finger down there to hold it down. Put your little stopper thing in the groove and come down. I kind of push down on, but this blade is sharp. Go to the other. Now make sure you come all the way down on the other side, because the other night I didn't, and I didn't get a clean cut on the end. So there we are. There's our second one. And here's what we have. Oh, and I'm sorry about the dip, but it's okay. I'm going to do this again. I'm going to put it in the 8.5. The 8.5, and come over that cut line. This line here. Just make sure if it just, because this angle's down, so you're in good shape. It's the first one at the top. First one at the top. Make sure you come over that line. Oh, I love it. It is so much fun. I fiddled with this when I got it the other day. Now, I like to hold it down and fold this down, because once that magnet, come all the way down, come on the other side, and come all the way to the end. This is kind of catchy. Oh, there it did. And there is 3. We need 2 more. And I'm going to turn this around. I apologize. That's my fault. I didn't even think. I wanted to use a dark blue with the red and white stripes on top, I could have used, I'll tell you quite frankly, rather than waste the pattern paper, I should have just used some blue cardstock. But I really want to try to use everything that you can get at the store because they have blue cardstock, I think, at the store. But I wanted to, so I really, if I had this to do over, would probably just use navy blue cardstock because you're not going to see it per se. All the way, come all the way. Oh, I love it. Okay, there is, how many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. We need one more. One more. 8.5. Make sure you clear that line. Hold it down. It wants to slide. It's okay. Just hold it down. I hold it there in the middle. This little jobby there goes in your deal, in your track. Turn it around. Put this in the track. There are a lot of YouTube, and I watched them. Okay, there is our 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's our 5. Now we're going to do our red stripe, and our red stripe, and I want them to go up and down. You can get 3. You can normally cut this in half if you only need, but because of the size, this is 7.5 because it's going to give us a half. It's going to give us a border like so. So we could do 1, 2, and then 3. And with the stripes going up and down, that's not a problem. So now we're going to, this is 7.5. These were 8.5. So you're going to take your paper, you're going to move it down to 7.5. You're going to make sure you got enough to cover that side, just like we did. You're going to bring down your bar. Now, see, we've moved it down like so. We've moved it down here to, here's 8.5, 8, 7.5. So moved it down to 7.5. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to turn around, put this in your little, I love this paper, Carol. Uh-oh. Now, see, that didn't finish off at the edge. I didn't get it quite down. There's a little stop there on mine. There we go. Okay, so there we go. There's one, and that's going to fit like so. Now we're going to do another one, 7.5. And I'm going to bring this over as close because I want to make sure I got enough in the center to do the center one. Bring it down, hold it down. Oh, I love it. It's so much fun. I quite frankly, when they were coming out, I don't know. But I really like it. Okay. I wish they'd put a hand. Now I'm going to turn this around and put this at 7.5. And make sure, feel it on the edges like you got, your tracks are about an inch in. But just make sure. 7.5 is same thing. We got 3. Oh, so much fun. Okay, see, we got 3 out of that. 12 by 12. Now, and we have an M. We need one more. I've already cut one out here, so I'm going to turn it this way to try and save some paper. Well, yeah, I can. 7.5. Lay it down. Just make sure your track is covered up. There we go. See, it needs just a little handle. Doop. Let me glue something on. Okay, we got enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's our 5 and 5, and I am going to cut this away. I don't know that I don't throw anything away. Okay. Are there any questions? Now, I'm not going to do the, this is when you could do the holes in the side. Hi, Dainty Diva. Hi, honey. How are you? Glad you guys are here today. Uh, what is it? Oh, I'm not going to punch in the holes because by layering this, I'm going to have to hand punch them like I did the sample. Are there any questions, Carol? Is there anything else you want me to do with it? Glad she was home. Oh dear. Uh, are there any questions, or Carol? Is there anything else you want me to? I mean, there's not much more to explain. This is it. Um, I really like it, and you can do all. And I showed all three banners. Um, does it take long? I am while we're here. Carol, I'm going to try to cut a lightweight chipboard with it. I was kind of. I mean, this chipboard that I use, you've got maybe a little heavier. Let me see what I got here. This is 8.5. Might be a little heavier. Now this probably would. Dull your blade pretty quick. Well, it did. Well, I didn't press down on that enough. I could take my craft knife. I I cut. I backed all these. I may do it. I don't know. Yeah, it did. It cut the lightweight chipboard. Um, I backed all of them like so, uh, and it gave it more body. I think I will. I think I'll back them like I did. I'm not going to use that to back them simply because I don't want to dull. It's brand new and I don't want to dull my blade right now. But I think what I did when I cut mine, I just drew around the big one like I'm going to do here and cut it out with my craft knife. So I'll do it real quick. It gives it more body. I can get a pencil to work. I had a little trimming to do, but not too much. I want to do this real quick because I think, oh, wait a minute. I should have had this done if I were going to do it. And I thought about it and then I thought, oh, maybe I won't because this paper is nice and heavy. It just, you can save them longer from year to year. If they have lightweight chipboard, Scrappy Debbie do. How's Barry? Anybody heard from Barry? I did this on my scoreboard. I think. Can't remember. Well, I got two out of that one. It does make them a little stronger, but you certainly do not have to do this. And there's two. Try to get two out of this as well. I think I did. I'm trying to see if I got two out. I did, yeah. You can get two out of 8.5 11. This is the 8.5 size. had to trim it. I think I did. Well, I know I did. I cut this on my cutter. I'm just sure I did. And I did do a little trimming, but it's okay. You could cover the back of this. I'm not going to, and I didn't on my other one. But you're not going to, I mean, my theory is you're not going to see the back. We are going to do and I may do a small flip book out of this. Wait a minute, let me get that lined up very good. Let me see what I got going here. Because this would make if you have a 4th of July party, family gathering, picnic, whatever you do, parade. Oh, we always went. My daughter was born on the 17th of July, and I was very pregnant that particular 4th of July. But we always went downtown to the big parade and whatever. So, pictures. So we might do another little flip album of some kind. But we are going to do a nice album next week with the other paper, the other authentic paper, which I love authentic paper. Why does it look this way? No, of course not. Any question? You girls are gabbing. I don't know what you're talking about. Haven't crafted much. I did make the sample the other day. Well, I've been reading again a little bit more. I've got book club next week. I'm reading 3 books. 2 of them, one of them I just bought yesterday and started. I think it's going to be the best. The other 2, I don't know. I can't get into them. We're going to do a little book club amongst ourselves. If any of you like to read, I know you all can read. Do a little book club along with our other activities. Have nothing else to do. Oh, love the purses that's been shown. Oh, I need to talk to Ella. Ella, I need to talk to you. When you send over and I don't know why, of course, I'm a subscriber of your YouTube. After I save these, I'm going to sand the edges. After I save these Ustream programs, and I send them over to YouTube. And that way you can pick them up on YouTube and watch them. I think you can watch them a little bit easier. I'm just going over the edges. But it says on Ella's that they're mine. They congratulate me that I've downloaded another YouTube, because she had 2 on there the other day, of course. And I watched them, Ella, but I watched them on YouTube on my iPad. Anyway, I don't know why it's doing that. It's done it before, but it says that they're my YouTube projects. They come up on my channel, and I don't think it's because I'm one of your subscribers, so I don't know what the deal is. So I know when you pull those up in Ustream on your dashboard, and you have to download those or upload them, I would assume it's in your channel that it would know it was you and not me, but I don't know. And it doesn't matter. I don't really care, but, you know, it's yours. Yeah, that's what you ought to do, Carol. Oh, okay, yeah. And I don't care. I really don't care at all. But they're yours, and they should be uploaded that way. Yes, absolutely. But there again, I sit and watched them, but it came up on giving me notice, congratulating me that I just uploaded 2 more, and I thought, well, no, I didn't. But I saved these on YouTube simply because they're allowing us more time and you can save them that way. They're still on Ustream for a period of time. I forget. Well, I did something today. I don't know. I hope I didn't screw up. I don't know anything about iCloud. I know nothing about iCloud. I have it on my phone. My daughter does. My daughter just got a new phone. She said, well, I'm updating my iCloud. Well, it came over today, and I set it up, the iCloud, and blah, 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 blah. Did my Apple login and all that good stuff, and I went to my directory in my to get an address. Well, that's too big. I can tell that. And there was none there. My contacts were gone. Well, I all but got hysterical. But they were all up in my iCloud. So they're there. I've got 10 billion pictures on there because of the real estate. And Glenn, I was on the Scrap-a-Doo channel and I uploaded it from their channel. Well, I don't care, honey. You know, but they are yours, or they're Scrap-a-Doo's channel. Okay, let's get going on this. Now, I am going to use score tape. I'm going to use because I want this, and you can use glue. I want this to the edge. I want it to the edge. So I'm going to put score tape along the edge, and then in between, like I do, I'm going to run the HEG gun to fill in the body because I want it full. I'm not, I mean, you can do whatever you want to do. I'm not, excuse me, over embellishing these. I don't know. You can. I don't think this particular paper lends itself. I'm going to do all these like an assembly line. Put all the score tape on, then we'll start putting them down. Just like I did my sample, I didn't over embellish that either. I don't think it, and you can. I'm going to make a wreath for my door, and I'm going to make it more red, white, and blue with all kinds of bangles and glitter and, you know, bling on it, different than this. And you can do the same. You got to get one of these boards. You'll love it. It is, and I'm sure, let me tell you, down the road, just like our little purses that the little gal from England made, I noticed that there is no pattern per se, and that certainly was not my idea, but I posted it and gave Elaine credit because somebody said they had posted a pattern. There is no pattern. There's no pattern per se. It's not a die cut. Somebody else asked if it was a die cut, and it's not. It's using either your envelope punch board, which she gave 2 examples, or using your Memory Keeper's box punch board. That's what she did first, but it was not my idea, and there is no pattern. The instructions should be downloaded or watched through her, you know. I know there was ask for a pattern type thing. Everybody's made them. They are darling. They've done fantastic job. They're easy to make. But there again, my point being, they're gonna do all kinds of things with this. I don't know what. You show me, I can do it, but I can't think of anything else. Other than I did. Yes, I did. I thought of the card. I made the little greeting card. You could make a greeting card, the pennant type for a kid. Her birthday card would be cute. So they'll come up with all kinds of things. I better get on the ball. It doesn't take that long to do this, but it's all right because I gabbed. Carol, if there's anything else you want me to show, honey, just let me know. I don't know what it would be, but I will. Red, white, and blue. Uncle Sam wants you. I have a girlfriend who was born on the 6th of July. Courtney's was the 17th, and my grandson's was the 16th. She liked, I don't know, it was 2 minutes or something like that. She wanted him to have his own birthday because hers is the 17th. So she had him 2 minutes till 12, I think. But then later she said, well, that would have been kind of neat to have it on my birthday. But anyway, he's got his own day. So he was born on the 16th and her birthday was the 17th. So that was a pretty special birthday present. I'm not, Gwen was on Scrappadabadoo channel and I uploaded it from their channel. Oh, okay, whatever. This new paper is great, love it, and the way it, I do too, Carol. Hi, Renee. Hi, honey. I'm sure I have tried any of the, I'm sure I have tried. I like Authentique paper. I really do, and I like their designs. I'm glad we have it. I really, really do. Was it Kim Carol that wanted you to get this paper? I cannot wait. When is the new G45 coming in? Do you know? I know it's on order, and I've got my name in for pre-order. I think one of them you sold out already. Now, the other banners that I've done, I tied them together with bows, ribbon. That didn't lend itself. I did put bows on the end, but I wanted to try and cover up the way I did. I'm not real happy with the way I bound it together. And the holes were not that big. Well, they're the biggest on the crocodile, but I wove it through a cotton. Carol sent me some, and I don't think I have enough. Well, I haven't opened it up. But Carol sent me some red, I love that. Oh, seam binding, and then this is unbelievable. We do a book, I'll use that, and then she sent me some black and yellow and some frilly, and oh, it's okay. I'm going to trim this down because, and then I'm going to put a, I know I tear them, I don't cut them like everybody else, and then I have to go back and cut them. So I'm not saving any time. It's just in my mind, it's faster at the time. So I'm just trimming off the tape. And Carol also sent me an ATC. Oh, I got 2 ATCs. I posted it today. Who they came in from? Cindy and who's the other one? I'll have mine out. I'm going to try to have mine out by the end of the week. I don't have them ready yet, but I will. Never fear, I will. I'm going to trim this tape off. I know it's anal, but anything new and exciting? Anybody? Margaret Ann? Jenny? Jenny, are you moving again? I need your mailing address. If you'd send it to me, email it to me, please. Pretty please, with sugar and cream. Are you moving again, Jenny? Okay, Renee. Well, I've gotten 2. and I'm going to try to get mine out by I'm trying to think of what to do. I haven't decided what to do. They're lovely. They are lovely. But I started to say, Carol sent me an ATC box. I thought it's a small box, Graphic 45, and it's got inside. It has the little ATC size cards to make a little album. Okay, now I got one more red. I'm going to do the blue on the chipboard first. Now you do not have to do the chipboard. It will cut the chipboard. Carol's right. And my chipboard might be, it's 40 point. It may be a little stronger. I'm going to use my, I'll pull off the tape backing. Boy, some of these don't seem the same size. What have I done? They're not done. I want to make sure they fit. See, that one is too small. What did I do? That's a little small. Two of them are a little small. That one's special. That one. I think it'd be all right, but no, that's too small. I'm going to cut one more. That is too small. Too small. Oh, when you do your drawing, you're supposed to stand your pencil straight up. I usually don't. It allegedly, and I think it does, make a difference in your sizing. I don't know what happened, but it's way too, that other one's a little small, but it's not that bad. That one was too bad. It doesn't take a minute. I could do one more because I think that one. I'm going to do one more because I think that other one's kind of small. I can do it this way, I think. Had one more that was small. Now, not quite as small as that was, but that other was. But probably shouldn't have done it this way. Okay. See that one. Where am I? How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's 5. Okay. We're going to go with this. Test them. And as I said, you might have to do a little trimming. It looks like I'm going to. Okay, I'm going to do it. We got to go. Pull off your tape backing. And as I say, you don't. And then I run some tape down like so. There again. Now, I kind of do this like I do my other. Just line it up across the top as best you can. And then come down the side. And if it's not perfect, oh boy, that's way off. So I'm going to have to trim it down, but that's okay. That is okay. You'll never see it on a Galloping Ghost. Now I'm not going to and you could, with this paper, you could do the edges, stain the edges, but I'm not going to. Because it is more of a distressed, antique-y. This music, I don't know what language it's in, but it's not in English. That's kind of funny. I didn't know it was God Bless America or it was the whatever. But it's not in English, so I don't know what it is. Pick off any glue. These are a little off. I don't know why, but it's okay. Then I go around and I sand the edges. Peel off your paper, tape backing. Any questions? Any questions? What are we talking about? Nice, Jenny. Bye, Renee. Bye, Renee. Where'd Renee go? Well, Jenny, that's great. Bye, Renee. Renee says, I have a conference call meeting in 8 minutes. Oh, okay, honey. Watch the recording. I know she's gone, but watch the recording, Renee. Her conference call is more important than us? Well, I suppose probably is. I'm kidding. I have got to red out this room. I have got to red out. I've just got to. I mean, I'm overwhelmed. I can't move. The scraps, I've got to get rid of these scraps. I sent some one time to Margaret Ann, but that I got too many to send. I wish she was closer. I'd send them all to her. Well, this is off about 1/8 of an inch on all these, but it's not the cutter. It's me doing the chipboard. Wasn't going to do the chipboard, but I am. But I do think it makes it sturdier. And if you're going to hang it up and, of course, use it and enjoy it and save it and all those things, you know, I think the chipboard back and just the lightweight. There again, it depends on your paper. If you layer this, you don't have to layer it. I just like the border and the blue with the border, but you don't have to do that. Anybody making anything new and exciting? They need to post it and show it. You do the banners, please post it. Dutch usually does. But you gotta have one of these cutters. Oh, just so cute. And I'm telling you, you're going to be able to do a lot more with it down the road. I don't know what, but trust me, you will. You're going to have those geniuses out there at work. They are. They really, really are. I'm hungry. Anybody got anything good to eat? A snack? I need to go to the grocery. I got some computer work when I finish. And then I probably will go to the grocery. I'm going to run out of tape. Figured. But if you line that up across the top and down one side, if it's off, it'll show on the other side. And this is off about 1/8 of an inch. But that's okay. It's better than trying to do it even on both sides. And I did that the other night and had to do something over, tore it up, and da, da, da. Now, if all was right with the world, that you shouldn't have to do any of that. But I guess it's not. Okay, let me get rid of this. I didn't get to see Xandra the other day. I'm really bad on Sundays, I guess. And I don't know what Ashley's doing. Didn't know she was going to do anymore. And then she's posted where she is, and I don't know what's going on. Night, Renee. Okay, now we are going to do the same thing and put our, I'm going to go real quick over this. It kind of gives a little white edge, I guess. I'm not going to stain it, but I like to kind of bevel those in very lightly, very lightly. You're not about to see the direction of this. I've always liked authentic paper. I bought it before. I'm glad we got it. Waiting for the G45. Love, love, love. I sat up there and I was reading and I kept thinking, I'm going to go down and do a YouTube on making a binding system like I do. I got 2, 4, 5. There they are. They're all there. Now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to pull off our tape backing on the inside, the red and white stripes. Now I did use blue. I used blue cardstock, navy blue, dark navy blue, and I cut out that I'm going to put my letters on. I cut it out with a die cut that I had, a Sizzix die cut. I had a punch, but it wasn't big enough, and this is a Sizzix die cut that measures about 2 3/4 inches. And then the letters I have in my stash, but they have letters at Scrappy Dabby Doo, and I'm going to put the letters on like so. I have a die for these letters. I didn't have the ones I got from Scrappy Dabby Doo that Barry sent me way back. I didn't have a USA. I didn't have a U and an S, I think. So I cut these out and then covered them. I covered them in white paper and then die cut them. But they do have letters, absolutely. Okay. Now I'm going to center this, and I've tried it both ways, and I find it's easier to bring this in at the bottom and allow 1/4 of an inch down one side. And there again, if everything's right with the world, it should be pretty good. Now that's a little short on top. I didn't get it down quick, but that's pretty good. And I've tried it from the top down, and I just had better luck with it from the bottom up. And you should have about 1/4 of an inch all the way around, or pretty close. Oh, I still have enough white grommets. Iris. Okay, here we go. I'll lay it down here about 1/4 of an inch from the tip. Line it up straight. Ooh, it's not real straight. Wait a minute. Oh, I know. I think I cut that. Okay, there we go. There we go. There you go. So cute. So anyway, I'm going to purge my room one of these days. We had a in the spring. We have a little ant thing problem, and it goes away. I can't stand spiders. I'm terrified of them, any kind. I could not live in Florida, Texas, where they have those great big there's no way. Anyway, what we have is bad enough, and we don't have anything compared to. So we had an exterminator come yesterday. I did the outside and inside, and that's off, but I'm not pulling it. We're froze. We're froze. We're froze. We're froze.